Welcome to Sips and Stories, where we slow down, sip something good, and talk about the stories that we love on and off the page. Today we are sipping on maple lattes and main character burnout. I actually didn't spend all my money on a $9 latte, so success. I did an at-home, Chobani vanilla oat milk and the Nespresso pods, the double Nespresso pods, and I just put some maple syrup in it, and it is so, so good. A little coffee ASMR. So good. I highly, highly enjoy that for the fall time. I love a good maple latte. I do enjoy pumpkin. I do dabble in pumpkin spice, but it's not my favorite. I'm more like a maple. You know how some people, around Halloween time and fall, some people are Halloween people, and then some people are like cozy fall aesthetic. I feel like I fall under the maple latte, cozy fall aesthetic versus pumpkin, Halloween, scary, spooky. Not into that. I'm more like the cozy fall time. Rewatch Halloween Town. No scary clowns, no nothing scary like that. So that is what I'm sipping on today. And then a little dab of the day. So that's my drink of the day. Outfit, I have on this cute, super cozy addicted sweatshirt. It's just this cream sweatshirt. It has stuff on the back that you can't really see, but I guess I can show you. If you're listening to the pod, definitely go check out the video portion. I think it's also, I enjoy watching the video portions of podcasts instead of just listening to the audio. I think it's so much more fun. So if you want to see my face and we can hang out together, basically like a bestie on FaceTime, go check out the YouTube video for this too. But besties, let's get into it. If this week had a chapter title, it would be Refilling the Cup. Because the way I've just felt so burnt out, I was sick the last couple days. And it's so funny because I feel like when you're, go, 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 and you don't want to take a break, I feel like at a certain point, the stress, your body will make you take a break and your body will be like, girl, take a beat. So that's what happened to me. I feel like I've just been go, 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 that my body was like, girl, you need to rot for a little bit. So that's what we did. And honestly, I love a good rot day. Rotting, dare I say, is my favorite thing to do. And I could just do nothing. And even though, honestly, that's a lie, because whenever I do nothing, I can't actually relax because I feel guilty and I feel like I should be doing something. So then even my relaxing time, I don't know why I said it like that. My relaxing time, I don't actually relax because I put pressure on it and I just ruin it for myself. And yeah, that's a little thing about me. I've never been relaxed ever. Taking that rest, taking that break can make you feel just re-energized to then when you do go back to the things you have to do, you do it in a better way and you do it more aligned to who you are and in a way that's going to bring you joy rather than something that's going to even sometimes if you just push yourself, you're not going to produce good work versus you taking a day, taking a step back and coming back to it with a better mindset that can make the world of a difference. For instance, this podcast would have never been created if literally last night I was up till 1 a.m. and do you ever have those moments where it's 12 a.m. and you just have the most creative thoughts? You're I'm going to redecorate this whole house. I'm going to rebrand my entire life, those type of thoughts. And honestly, I hate and love when that happens because obviously I have work in the morning and I, shouldn't be up that late. But I just love when you have ideas and you're just, the creative juices are flowing. It's just so fun to have that happen. So literally 1 a.m. last night, I had the idea for the podcast. I made the podcast cover and I was like, I need to go to bed because I work in the morning. But I just love when you get that creative spark, and I'm just excited about this podcast and I'm glad that I started it up again. I used to have a podcast. I started a podcast twice years ago, I think 2020, and then I started another one in 2023, and I feel like they're all kind of similar to what this is now, but I feel like this is they were the prototype, the little baby ideas, and this one is, I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm just so excited about this podcast and I hope you guys are too. There's a lot that can come from this and I just have a lot of ideas for this and I'm so excited to continue on with this. But I would have never had the idea for this podcast if I didn't let myself take a break and take a beat and be sick in bed doing nothing. This would have never happened. So sometimes you really do need to take a step back, even if it feels unproductive. Sometimes it's the most important thing to let yourself rebuild, rebrand, and refuel. And part of self-love is listening to yourself and knowing what you need. And when you do feel burnt out, for me, spending time with my family, the people that I love, sometimes taking a few days to just be alone and not socialize with anyone also helps. It depends on what you need in that moment. Because also sometimes you don't want to self-isolate too much and not reach out to be around the people that you love. So it's all about listening to yourself, listening to your body, listening to your mind, and figuring out what makes you the most happiest. Sometimes you have to fight your own mind a little bit and get yourself out of a rut to do the things that make you happy and make you feel good. For instance, reading is one of the top ways that I kind of re-energize and refuel. Give me a day to do nothing and just read in my bed. I'm going to come back a new human, a new person. Butterflies are singing, birds are chirping, all is right with the world. Just give me a day to rot and read in bed. I'm the happiest girl you know. Give me a coffee, I'm set. So it's just about finding the little hobbies, the little things that you enjoy, and also just realizing how to take care of yourself. And for me, one of the things I love to do is escaping into fictional worlds when I'm stressed out. So my current read has been really good for this. It is The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. This book is so freaking cute, having a cozy, whimsical fantasy that's just like has that coy humor and magic and whimsy. This book is just so cute and so cozy. Basically, it follows this man Linus who is like a by the book, has everything to a plan, does the same routine every day. He's like a caseworker, and then he goes to this house with a bunch of like magical children that when I first heard about this book, I thought they would just have special abilities, but they actually like are their own creatures in a way. It's just really cool and really like fun and whimsy. Basically, Linus is kind of sent to this house with this children to kind of spy on them and see if like they're a risk to themselves or to the destruction of the entire world, like is the premise of the book. And it's really cute, and Arthur is kind of like their caretaker of the house, and I feel like a little romance might be happening between them, which very cute so far. But you know me, it's not even a romance book, but I like eat up any little scraps of romance. Yeah, I've just been really enjoying it. It's really cute so far. Funny because like I said, like Linus is a very like by the book to the T type of character where he just like goes about down the list of like every day's the same and doing what he has to do, and he's like missing that joy and that love in his life. And I think, you know, prediction, but I feel like, you know, being with this house and like meeting all these people and meeting the children, I feel like is going to change that for him and like maybe help him. Also, do I say like a lot? I've just noticed that. Hopefully I don't say like too much. Hopefully that doesn't bother you guys. Love you. But I'm predicting that being with the children and meeting them and meeting Arthur will kind of like spark that joy and that love in his life is what I'm predicting will happen in this book. But it's interesting to see a character who's literally burnt out while I'm burnt out. And I relate, you know, me and Linus, I got you, man. I hear you, I see you. But what Linus isn't doing is finding the joy in the day-to-day life. The type of character who is missing the heart of things and the fun and the love in his own life. Funny because this book actually ties into what I've been going through this week and kind of the lesson of the day. Just to slow down and connect with the enjoyment of the little things and being in the moment to love the people around you and just doing whatever makes you feel most alive and brings you joy. Sometimes we need to find out what our own cerulean sea is. Like, what are the places, the people, and the things that make us truly happy and reconnect us with who we are and what we enjoy and like what makes us feel the most alive. Sometimes connection, love, and slowing down can be the best thing for you. And just refocusing on like what truly matters in life. I think especially when things are going on and things can be stressful and scary, I think it's important to refocus back into what actually matters and the love at the heart of it all. You know what I mean? Like love for yourself, love for your life, love for the people around you and the people in your life. I think like that's what really matters. And sometimes we need to refocus and tune out everything else to like reconnect ourselves with that fact that like we have to take care of ourselves. We have to find the joy in what we do and the love in it, and also make sure that we're connecting with people and just being present with the people around us, I think can make such a difference in the day-to-day life. Like how many times do we walk around just on our phones instead of making eye contact or starting a conversation with someone, or even like, you know, call your mom, call your dad. Maybe you've been so busy you haven't really connected back to the people that love you and the people you love in your life, and I think that can make a really big difference in just feeling alive and enjoying your life. Yeah, sometimes when life feels slow, it can feel boring or unproductive, but if a story was all action, you wouldn't really know the characters, right? And I think sometimes slowing down means reconnecting with your character, like with yourself. And yeah, it feels less exciting or less productive, but you're actually being the most productive because you're working on your character. You're getting to know more about them and who you truly are. Also, another book character going through burnout that is like a burnout success story, One Golden Summer, which, can I say, my all-time favorite summer romance read. That is one book that I will forever and ever and ever recommend. Is like, what book should I read over the summer? One Golden Summer. It's so good. Perfect romance, like banter from beginning to end, lovely characters, love the plot, love the setting, just everything about that book I absolutely love, which is funny because I hated her other book. What was it? Oh my gosh, guys, what was the other book? This is gonna bother me, I have to look it up. Carly Fortune. What was her other book with Percy and Sam? Every Summer After. Yes, okay. Every Summer After, I hated. And the thing that happens, the reason that they don't speak for years, I hated that. And I felt bamboozled going into that book because I was like, oh my gosh, everyone loves it. Everyone says it's like, you know, Love in Other Words, which, a good book. I wouldn't say Love in Other Words is like my all-time favorite. Maybe I also just like don't like sad things or imperfect characters, and maybe that's like a me problem I need to work on. But we're not gonna look too deeply into that. I would say that, what was I saying? Lost my train of thought. One Golden Summer is another great like depiction of burnout and what she does, because at the beginning of the story she like is living for everyone else. She just got dumped and she goes back to this old lake house that she used to go to as a kid, and boom, she finds love, finds a hottie, reconnects with her grandma. They have cute little moments like doing puzzles and drinking coffee on the patio by the lake. Like, so cute. Slowing down, perfect example of that, slowing down and just like finding the things and the places and the people that make you feel the most alive and just bring you back to center, bring you back to yourself. And then a little segment I want to implement in the podcast is my bookmark moment of the week. And that's just like my little joy of the week, something that made me smile this week that I just want to bookmark in my brain, that I want to remember and keep at the forefront of a little highlight of the week. So my bookmark moment of the week. Honestly, this week was a little rough, emotionally, mentally, physically, but I will say I think a highlight, it's a little thing, but isn't it always the little things? Monday mornings, me and my coworker, she gives me a ride to work, and I love that. So grateful for her. But we always get coffee in the morning, and there's something about a coffee run in the morning that just sets up my day so much better. I love that little time to just kibitz and chat before we go into like work mode, and give me a coffee and give me someone to chat with. I'm having a good time. Those are the little things that I love, just like slowing down and having good conversations with people, especially over a coffee. Give me a coffee, I'm a happy girl. I think it's just nice to like start off the day having like, you know, a little conversation and just keeping things light and fun before going into work. It just makes work a little bit more fun when I know that this morning I'm gonna go get coffee with my coworker and, you know, have a cute little moment before we start work. You know, can like have a little gossip session like that. It makes my day. Even growing up, when my mom would drive me to school, we would always like sing songs in the car and just have that like little morning time. I always loved that. And, you know, that's something that I definitely miss now that I'm grown, unfortunately, and an adult. But I love just car rides where I'm obviously the passenger princess because, you know, that's ideal. And having the coffee in hand, gossiping, singing along. Even over the summer when I was working with my friend Kaylee, we would do like little coffee runs in the morning. I just love those moments. So that's definitely like one little thing that is my little joy of the week, and my little joy in general kind of ties into the theme of the day, which is just romanticizing the little things, finding the joy in everyday things, and just refocusing on what matters, which is connection and love at the heart of what you do. Loving yourself, loving your life, and loving the people around you. I think that's truly what really matters, and finding the joy in your life. So I think that concludes today's episode of Sips and Stories. That was my story, my current story that I'm reading, and my current sip, which is absolutely delicious, and I can't wait to finish this. But hope you guys enjoyed the first episode, the first ever episode of Sips and Stories. Let me know what you guys think. If you're watching, listening to this, I want to hear your feedback and hear what you think. And I love you guys so much. Happy sipping. Love you, besties. Bye.